Hi guys, in this video today we're going to talk about TPN, which is total parental nutrition, and it's a very important concept to have a good understanding because TPN is very delicate. It's very rich nutrients made up of lipids, protein, and dextrose, and administering TPN is essential to a lot of patients. And make sure you're spiking the middle port of it. That's the port you're going to spike. Okay, I'm going to show you. First you need a primary line, and then it is very important that you get a filter. Why do you want to get a filter? You need a filter because TPN is very high osmolarity and the particles are very big. So clamp your primary line, spike the middle port. Please don't spike the first port or the third port because those are used for mixing. Pharmacy uses those to mix and all that. So after you prime the primary line, the next thing you do is to connect the filter. The reason why we only use central lines for TPN is because of the high osmolarity, and if you put it in a peripheral IV, you will give the patient a situation or a condition called thrombophlebitis, which is nothing but a blood clot, and it should never go through a peripheral IV. It should never go through a midline. And always, guys, always use a filter. If you don't take anything out of this video, take two things. TPNs only go in central lines because of the high osmolarity, the number of particles that are in the TPN. It is imperative that you use a filter to filter out those particles. Otherwise, you will give your patient a big blood clot. And why are we using the filter? The filter blocks particulate matter. It also decreases the infusion of microbes. Prime the filter because this will also prevent the patient from getting an air embolism, and it will prevent lipids from seeping into the body and causing, again, a blood clot or a potential. That's the main thing you need to know before you give your patient TPN. Let me know what kind of nurse you are. Let me know if you've ever given TPN. If you think this content was relevant to your practice, give me a like. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And let me know what kind of nursing you are, or if you're a patient and you think you're appreciative of nurses, drop a comment or drop a like. Thank you.
I haven't eaten anything in 2 years, and the only reason I'm still alive is this bag right here. This is IV nutrition, commonly known as TPN, which stands for total parenteral nutrition. TPN is mostly used in hospitals, but I am lucky enough to have it at home 6 nights a week. The reason that I'm on TPN is because I have two conditions called gastroparesis and intestinal failure. These two conditions mean that my stomach and my intestines are paralyzed and don't function properly. And the reason why they don't function properly is because 5 years ago I was in a car accident. The gastroparesis means that anything that I eat goes into my stomach and doesn't leave my stomach. It makes me very sick. And the intestinal failure means that anything that does leave my stomach and goes into my intestines causes blockages and doesn't move and therefore doesn't absorb. It has been over 4 years since I ate a meal that fully absorbed and I gained nutrition from. Even though eating makes me very sick and I can't absorb anything, I still like to eat things that my mind craves, even though I don't get hungry. 3 years ago, my surgeons put in a G-tube, which is specifically for venting out my stomach, which has significantly improved my quality of life over the last 3 years. So I guess that means I do eat, but I don't absorb anything. If you want to see more about my life and what it's like living on TPN, feel free to give me a follow.
Hey guys, let's talk about TPN aka banana bag.
Make sure all the information on your nutritional value form tallies with all the information on your bag. Again, ensure patient has a central line access. This is how the banana bag looks like. It has 3 access ports. Make sure to use just the middle port. And the ideal IV tubing to use is a primary line, just a primary line. All TPN bags comes with filters, and so be sure to have a filter when administering TPN. The filter is connected to the distal end of the line, and ensure you prime your line to expel all air in the tubing. Once that is done, you're good to go. Facts to remember when giving TPN: never give TPN through a peripheral line. Your line should have a filter. Flush your central line with saline. TPN typically runs over a period of 24 hours. Do not give your TPN line a secondary line. Your TPN may also look like this. Happy Monday!